welcome to Science Again. Chapter 2 Microorganisms Friend and Foe, Part 6.
Preservation by mustard oil and vinegar. Mustard oil is only an example. Oils in general and vinegar can always be used for preservation. So, microorganisms that cause spoilage of food cannot live in such an environment. Of course, we make pickles, which we have seen at home or outside, from amla, mango, lemon, mixed vegetables. All of these are preserved, and one of the major elements is oil.
Preservation by chemicals. These special chemicals are known as preservatives. Preservatives are some examples of these preservatives are sodium metabisulfite and sodium benzoate. Jellies, jams, squashes and juices are preserved by these two chemicals. Citric acid is used for preserving sweets. You can see sodium metabisulfite, sodium benzoate and the citric acid, and you can see over here squashes.
Preserving by pasteurization. Louis Pasteur discovered this technique in which he was challenged with the fact that milk was getting spoiled. So he discovered this technique where milk could be heated at 70 degrees to kill all its microorganisms and then cooled quickly to a lower temperature to prevent growth of further bacteria and microorganisms. This ensured that milk did not spoil, it could be transported over long distances, and this was much beneficial for mankind.
Preserving food items by packing them in airtight boxes or bags. When items are packed in airtight packets, it prevents the microorganisms from attacking the item and hence making it last longer. In this picture, you can see a lady doing vacuum packing meat in a Ziploc bag, for which you have to take a container in which you should put water up to the rim and then put the food item which you want to vacuum pack in a Ziploc bag. Close the bag and leave a little bit open and put the bag into the water, and then because of the water's pressure, air will come up and get released from the bag. Then quickly close the bag. This will make the item last even longer. Nitrogen cycle.
Of course, the vacuum pack thing was like home vacuum pack, not the factory ones. The circulation of nitrogen across all the elements in living and non-living things is called as the nitrogen cycle. Let's look at how it works.
So, you have already seen what nitrogen fixation is, for which actually for the plants they need nitrogen which they cannot take up from the air. The same takes place with even the human beings and the animals. So, human beings get nitrogen from the plants by eating them, and plants get nitrogen from the soil, which we have already discussed, by the blue-green algae and rhizobium bacteria. But there is this cycle. Now what happens in this cycle is that the nitrogen is released into the atmosphere and into the soil. How does that happen? You can see an animal called a cow over here, and if it eats this fruit of this tree, and then after it dies, what happens is when it decays, the nitrogen matter decays and gets into the soil, and then there are these denitrification bacteria which get the decayed nitrogen matter into the atmosphere, which is into the air. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye. We will see you next time.